Participants, we are all gathered here in connection with International Conference MESKCON 2024. As a part of this, we have organized a session on the topic Indian plant diversity, and we have privileged with an eminent resource person, Dr. Kunjikannan, Director, Institute of Forest Genetics and Tree Breeding, Coimbatore, to lead the session. Dr. Kunjikannan started his career as a research assistant in Silent Valley National Park, and he selected as research assistant grade 1 at TFRI Jabalpur in 1990. And then in 1992, he was appointed as scientist and now the director at IFGTP Coimbatore. He has worked with the enumeration and regeneration survey of trees of Silent Valley National Park, survey and documentation of medicinal plants of central India, germplasm collection of grasses, plant diversity and regeneration studies of natural forests including mangroves and sacred groves. He has utilized his expertise in environmental impact assessment of mining and hydroelectric projects in India and Bhutan, and also involved in eco-restoration of degraded forests, preparation of rehabilitation and reclamation plan for mine-affected areas in Karnataka. He has 60 research article publications, 10 books and 12 book chapters. Remarkably, a grass species named Slemia Kunjikanani in the honor of his contribution in biodiversity studies. He is the life member in various academic bodies and recognized organizations like ISD, IAT, FAK, SEEK, etc. With this introduction and with immense pleasure, I would like to invite and welcome Dr. Kunjikannan on behalf of Department of Botany and MES Kalladi College, Mannarkkad, to present the session. Sir, please.
First of all, let me thank the organizer, the principal of the college, and promoter. So then the head of the Department of Botany. So for inviting me, for sharing my experience in botany or the forest ecology or related subject. So I started my research career from Silent Valley National Park in 1989. So the experience in that only helped me to get the service, and now I reached to a level of director of an institute, a national institute. So in one of the college students visit, the botany students asked me in that meeting, is there any chance of a good chance of botany students in any of the field? Why we take botany? So I said, I am the example. So I said, I have so many examples also. And whether the girl student is having the similar chance, then also I gave example of some of my students and even the girls who are working on the botany and doing the PhD and getting the first rank in the college, and then all I gave the example. And then what is they asked, what is the method, how you can, I said, not only for completing the examination and get the high marks, but along with that you need to develop, improve your knowledge and develop skill in that. So automatically people will come and take you. So it's happened to me also in the same way. I didn't apply for initially for any post. It was called and given the work to me in Silent Valley by the wildlife warden of Silent Valley. Because they come to know about my work, then gave it. I am not boasting. And similarly, I took some project in Silent Valley also, and I took 4 of students from botany from Calicut University. I got the information about some 4 students. I took them, and one of them is sitting in front of me, Dr. Pramod Kumar. So he worked with me in such project in Silent Valley, and the people who interviewed, they heard that they worked in Silent Valley. Immediately they took in any of the assignment. So with that introduction, I am just going to my presentation. This is not 1 day or 1 year's experience. This is for last 33 years of experience. From that, whatever essence is there, that I am just presenting it before you. Can you put off this light? I think the slide can be. The beauty, the photograph's beauty, if you wanted to know, then the light is okay. Actually, this is the beauty of. So when you talk about the plant diversity or the biodiversity, so first itself we come to know that biodiversity hotspots. So when you think of hotspots, there are in the world there are 36 biodiversity hotspots identified, and that is identified with the basis of there are 3 guidelines. That is the number of species in plant species in that location, and the percentage of endemism. Then the disturbance happened to that particular area. So these are the 3 criteria for deciding the biodiversity hotspot. So these are the 4 biodiversity hotspots area in Indian region. The Himalaya, then the Western Ghats and Sri Lanka together, then the Indo-Burma, and then Sundaland. Actually, from Indian part, only the Nicobar Islands as a part of the Sundaland. And this is the biodiversity hotspot having highest number of plant species. Then when we talk about the Indian plant diversity, this is the latest information published in 2023, that the plant discoveries by Botanical Survey of India. So this is the total number of species, plant species available presently. 55,387, and it is going on updating every year. So this is the 20, 21 and 22 statistics of the plant diversity. And here we have the flowering plants about 22,000 odd, and the total percentage of that to the Indian flora. So we can see this, and we will move to the different groups. The angiosperm, gymnosperm, 83 species, and these are the major families in gymnosperms. That is, the first one is Pinaceae, Cupressaceae, Ephedraceae, Nitaceae, Cycadaceae, all these different genus. Then dominant genera, Ephedra, Cycas, Pinus, Juniperus, Nitum. These are the major genera. Some of the examples. This is the Nitum ula, and it's a female cone and then male cones. Then Cycas, ephedra, then the coniferous one. This is the seed of neetum. These are actually all photographs from my own village in a sacred grove. Then come to the, I am not going to the details of each and every species, which whole day is needed or 2 more days needed. So here, the pteridophytes, the latest number, the statistics of pteridophytes is 1,319 species, and among that, 193 species are endemics. Then the major families are Polypodiaceae, Brachypteridaceae, then Thalipteridaceae, Selaginella. Then major dominant genera, that is Laginella, Pteris, Brachypteris, Asplenium, Polysticum. These are all the major genera. So some of the examples. This is the Hemonitis erifolia, then the silver fern, Chilanthus, then royal fern, the Osmunda, giant fern, Cyathea gigantea, then different species of Lycopodium, then the Botricium, and so many species. And then few Adiantum, then the hostile Equisetum, different species of Equisetum. Then comes to the Bryophytes, about 2,819 species. That is the latest information on this. And the major area for the bryophytes are Eastern Himalaya, Western Himalaya, then Western Ghats. So then the dominant families, Potiaceae, Dicranaceae, Bryoaceae, and there are lot of changes happening as per the now the present system of classification. So many families are renamed and certain things are brought under the as per the APG4 system. Because APG4 or before APG4 we were thinking different families in the angiosperm like Malvaceae, Bombaceae, then Tiliaceae, Iliocarpaceae. Now all that Tiliaceae, Sterculiaceae, Bombaceae, everything put together into Malvaceae. So similarly Liliaceae has split into 11 families, Asparagaceae, and then like that the families are split. So there are a lot of changes happening. We hope that there may be stabilization in the number of families and number of synonyms. So these are some of the examples of bryophytes like Rixia, then the Anthoceratops, then mosses. Similarly, algae. We have 9,000 odd algae. They are coming under different groups like marine algae and then the freshwater algae. And these are all the dominant families: Chlorophaceae, Dinophaceae, Basilariofaceae, and Cyanophaceae. And then dominant marine ones are Theophaceae and Rhodophaceae. Some examples: the Theophaceae, the marine algae. Then there are several the freshwater algae coming in the ponds and then paddy field like diatoms. Then the Chlorophaceae members. So these are the algal groups. Then comes to the fungi. After a flowering plant, fungi are the major group. About 15,700 species are there. And we have the genera like Sarcospora, Puccinia, then Philostica, Aspergillus. These are important. Then they are considered as the all your botany members. You know what is the function of the fungi. They are the very important agents for the nutrient cycling in ecosystem. And when we think of fungi, sometimes we think of the harmful effect of fungi, but lot of the useful purpose also is there for fungi. So these are some of the examples: the Clavaria, Podabrella racemosa, then the candlestick fungi Sileria, then Morchella, then the earth star, Geostrum, and then polyporous group of fungi, which is mostly doing the work of degradation of the dried or the decaying wood, and then bringing the nutrient back to the ecosystem. Then similarly, the different fungus. So many, I am not able to name it. Then comes to the lichens, that important group of ecologically important group, the indicators of the pollution or indicators of moisture present in the forest area. So these are also available in the in our country, Eastern Himalaya, then the Western Ghats, Western Himalaya, Andaman Nicobar Islands. So they are available in such locations and very specific, because they are very habitat specific group. So, and they are very important as economic or the medicinally important species also available in lichens. So these are some of the lichens, like the fruticose lichens, that is having a branch, well developed branch system. Then thallus forms, that is the foliose. Then the crustose, which is attached with the substratum, and they are also very important in the for extraction of some of the chemicals and the medicines. Then we saw this in a broad sense about the plant diversity, and where are they? They are in different the habitat, like the forest. They are in the marine condition. They are in the rivers. They are in lakes. So we will go to such places. This is a photograph from Sispara, that is Island Valley National Park. During 2006, the Kurini, like Strobilanthes kundianus flowered. These are all the blue color is because of that particular species. This is Shola vegetation and the grassland vegetation. That's very important vegetation and threatened forest types in India now. Now, another area of Erevikulam National Park, that is also in Kerala only, 2018, after 12 years, 2006 it's flowered, after 12 years, 2018 also flowered. This photograph is given by Dr. N. Krishna Kumar. He was the former director of the institute, IFGTP. And same thing in 2018, how you look like this particular Strobilanthes kundianus, and Strobilanthes is the one genus very endemic to Western Ghats. So many species are there in Strobilanthes. This is the closer view of Strobilanthes kundianus. Then the another vegetation, the diversity is available in the other type of same type in Tamil Nadu part of part. This is Kodaikanal, the Shola forest. You see the canopy. It's a not a very smooth canopy. It's a bumpy canopy, and you find lot of species within that. Mostly Lauraceae members, Myrtaceae members. Then this is a Hypericum, and this is a species of Rosa, that is Rosa leschnoti. And then another formation is the hilltop savanna, that is in Nilgiri region. This photograph is given by Dr. K.R. Shashidharan of IFGTP, and you find the bison, which you're looking at. And why savanna? Savanna means only few woody species will be there, and all others are the herbaceous species, mostly, predominantly the grasses. These are some of the species in such both the Shola forest and then grassland. So this is the Gordonia obtusa. Now it is changed. The Gordonia name is changed now. Then Rhodomyrtus tomentosus, the fruits are very good, like our Goa, Pereca. Is smaller in size but taste is similar. Then Rhododendron arboreus subspecies Nilagrans. Then the Actinodaphne lawsoni. So many species in such a habitat or such forest types. Then the rainforest of Silent Valley. The same photographs taken from the Valakkad region, and every week you can see different color combinations. So these are some of the species in the rainforest. The Cullinia hexarillata, the most very important food plant of the lion-tailed macaque. And this type of fruit, they very easily break up and take the seeds and eat it. Then this is Heliocarpus mandroni, a tasty fruit, and it is a threatened species. This is the tree. Then Ficus bedomi, very huge ficus tree. Then different species of calamus, different the ficus species. So many species are there. Then majority you find the orchids, very good number of orchids, more than 130 species in Silent Valley in rainforest. This is Porpax reticulata, this is jewel orchid. Then this is the Ixia malabarica, Malabar lily. Then a very small, only 3 centimeter in size. This is Iria excellis. Then this is one-day orchid, that is Epipogium roseum. Then the largest South Indian orchid, that is the Pectilis agentia. Then Arundina graminifolia. Then another endemic species, Acanthophippium bicolor. Then come to the other vegetation, the vegetation which found in the lower canopy of this means the ground flora, the bryophytes and then pteridophytes, small herbaceous species together, and including the mosses and the lichens, everything make. So whatever the light falls from the canopy of that forest area, they are there for capturing it. So it's a very complex system. Then it is a profusion of epiphytes is another important character of rainforest. Here the orchids and then the ferns, they are also growing on the branch of the tree. Then very huge trees like small canopy but a very tall trunk. That is also a characteristic feature of rainforest. You don't find any branch in the lower sides, and you find lot of the epiphytes like bryophytes and orchids and then pteridophytes. Then this is another group found in the evergreen forest or the rainforest. Very specific. They are having a definite life cycle like Strobilanthes dupini, Strobilanthes kundianus, Strobilanthes neoasper, Strobilanthes aenianus. Then this Strobilanthes I am not remembering, Strobilanthes nilagrans, then Barleria. They are having a definite life cycle. So 12 years, 6 years or 8 years, like that. Then the color of rainforest. This is not a one-day color. Different times we took the orchid Calanthe spectabilis, then the Thambergia mysorensis, then Mardania laniginosa, then Heliocarpus, the different leaves, then the Elophia species, then one climber, the I think memory loss. So then different species like Gloriosa, then Uvaria, then the Singiber, Cerumbent. Similar, again the color continues, the Lilium Wallichianum variety nilgrans, then the Pavita, then the Amomum, Jasmine, again Calanthe, then Mandronia wallichi, very rare species in the Western Ghats, then Elophia again, then Hexacum bicolor, then the members of Zingiberaceae family, mostly shade-loving species, the Fosambargia, curcuma species, Hedychium. This is Curcuma aromatica. And the Amomum, this one is a gingiber, that is normal our inji, our ginger. But found in Silent Valley and in the rainforest, very, very pungent in nature, more than our cultivated ginger. And these are all gingiber roseum, then the Amomum. Then another important group of shade-loving species, they are the Araceae members. This is Erythema nilamburens. Then Amorphophallus nicholsonianus. Here in Amorphophallus campanulatus, but we are cultivating the Chena. So we have the flat type of tubers. But in this case, the Amorphophallus nicholsonianus, you find a long tuber, not a flat one. So that is the difference. Then the Erythema tortuosum and Erythema barnensi. So many species of Erythema. Dr. Shivadasan is the expert in that. Then different type of tree species. They are all growing up to the canopy level, and different even second story and third story canopy you can find. And this is Actinodaphne lawsoni. Then Cinnamomum sulphuratum, Quillini axarellata, then Litsia. Actinodaphne bordelloni. And these are only few trees listed. There are several species of trees. Then another stance or another type of vegetation is where you find the plant diversity is the sacred groves. This is sacred groves of Alappuzha district in Kerala. And I will be giving the total documented number of the sacred groves in the later slides. The certain beliefs means because of the god belief or the serpent belief, so people protect some part of the land as the reserve land or the protected land. Then move on to the next sites, different habitat. This is the teak forest. The photograph is from Tadoba National Park, where I have done my PhD work, vegetation ecology of Tadoba National Park. So this is a dry deciduous forest where you can find the teak, then the Chloroxylon zoetinea, then the Diospyros melanoxylon beady leaf. So many associated species. Then similarly, not the teak forest, the dry deciduous forest only, but it's a mixed miscellaneous forest. You don't find the teak in that, but all other associated species you can find. This photograph from Achanakmar Sanctuary, that is in Bilaspur district of Chhattisgarh. Then the dry deciduous forest, this is a photograph from Tamil Nadu. Then a scrub vegetation, it's the Khammam district of Andhra Pradesh, where we went for making a environmental impact assessment studies for a diversion of a nala, a stream above the coal mines. So that time we were doing the work of assessing the species, what is the diversity of this area. Then in the such scrub jungle, what are the species, common species available? Say Euphorbia antiquorum, then Butea monosperma, then Erythrina, then the Acacia planifrons, Codovela. It looks like a umbrella, so that's why umbrella tree it's called, and there is a specific forest type of this particular species and associated species. Then the Barlaria buxifolia, then Helicturus, Isora. Then come to the next type of forest, the coniferous forest, that is mostly available in the Himalayan region. This is a photograph from a border area of India and Bhutan, where you find the Pinus valiciana, that blue pine, in profuse. This is not a Pinus, this is Cedrus deodara, the Devadaru. And you are finding some of the just hair-like structure hanging from this. They are all lichens, the old man's beard, that is the name given, and which comes from the canopy to even to the lower portion. So you find that lichens very very long. Sometimes it may be about 30 meter in size, means length. Then another forest type is the oak forest of Himalaya. This is a river, Wangchu river, and then adjacent that, these are the Quercus species, Quercus semicarpifolia. Then similar Quercus species are there. Then broadleaf trees are there, not the coniferous one. So, can you identify anybody? Not Pramod, other than Pramod. Can anybody identify the species? This may be available in front of your house. Any clue? Huh? Right here, that's okay. That's family. Okay. This is Nandyarvattam. Nandyarvattam, I have not shown the flower. Flower kaanichilla, fruit matram. But namakku nammade naattil fruit undavunilla. We are not getting the fruit of Nandyarvattam. But this is wild one available near Bhutan. Even in Bhutan also. Sangosh, near the Sangosh river, in the Assam, the lower reaches of Assam, then North Bengal. So you find profuse growth of this one as a forest species, but we are seeing it as a garden plant, isn't it? So that's only that is the importance to show that the fruit of Nandyarvattam. Then this is the blue pine, the Pinus vallichiana, and some of the species found in the coniferous trees like Rosa sericea, very fragrant flower, and it actually come from the ground and even reach up to the canopy of the tree, and full of flowers and full of thorns also, spines. So this is the rhododendron. Earlier I shown in Nilgiris or in our Western Ghats. This is the species, the same species found in Himalaya, and it is named as the rhododendron arboreum subspecies Himalayans. But now what happened? Both the species are merged or subspecies are merged and made into only single species, that is the rhododendron arboreum. Now we are coming to the major forest types of India, that is sal forest. This is also moist deciduous forest, and this photograph is from Saranda, that is in Jharkhand, where very good the sal forest is available. But below this, a very good rich mineral also, that is iron ore. So that is why the danger for this particular forest types. I don't know whether it is this particular area is existing or not, because there was a mine proposal, iron ore mine proposal, and government wanted that mine to happen. Presently, I don't know. This is 2009 photograph. Now might have gone also. Then another, the normal hilltop savanna, I was earlier I explained. This is the normal savanna formation within the Tadoba National Park. So actually this was an area where the human settlement was there. When the declaration of the national park, the people were shifted to the outside of the forest area. So that area became savanna. So only few trees are there, then remaining the grasses, and you can see a bison standing there inside. And then the lake vegetation. There are a lot of plant species available in the water bodies. So this is Tadoba Lake, Tadoba in Chandrapur, Maharashtra, and certain species are very, very restricted to that particular habitat. Then the rivers and riverine forest. This is Kundi River in Silent Valley, and you find this particular grasses only available in that location. That is the Silent Valley Nairi. Have you heard of Silent Valley Nairi? Huh? Oh, heard. Okay. So this is that. So that is actually grows on the rocky slopes of the Silent Valley. Then again the riverine. Certain species are very restricted to the riverine condition, like Mangifera, then the Syzygium cumini navel, and then Terminalia. These are all generally in the deciduous forest, but it restricted to the riverine one. Even Pongamia pinnata also naturally available along the streams and rivers. Then grassy slopes. I mentioned that this is the species Silent Valley Nairi. And even bare rocks also you can see a lot of species depending on even the bare rocks like xerophytic species. Then we will talk about some grasses. So grasses are very, very important. They have two specific the property. One is that the movement of the seeds, that is the hygroscopic movement, and the other one is the rolling of the leaves to save that species or the plant from the desiccation. So these two particular properties are helping the grass to grow in the varied conditions. So hygroscopic movement means when a drop of water falls on the seed, it starts moving because of the hygroscopic property, and then it move and jump and then move into even small crevices of the rock. There it germinate and produce little soil and then start establishing the grass in any bare minimum nutrient supplying substratum. Then other property is that rolling. When the desiccation is there, the bulliform cells. You may be knowing bulliform cells in the epidermis of the grasses. They help the rolling of the grass leaves on towards the upper side to protect the stomata from direct sunlight. So these two properties help the grasses to establish any type of substrata. So these are some of the grass, the Aploda mutica, Chrysopogon fulvus, Heteropogon contortus, Echinoclova colonum, Pennisetum purpureum, then the Ceteria verticillata, Andrography and Androspogon, Salidvallia, Chrysopogon, Brachyria, Symbopogon, so many species, more than 1,500 species available in India. See the beautiful grasses, because when among the botanists, among the botany teachers, the grass taxonomy teachers also little go behind. So talking about the grasses, because teachers consider that grass taxonomy as a nightmare. But I like grasses, that's why I think somebody has named my name for a grass. So now I think it is synonymized somebody. It is not a correct name, I don't know. Somebody was telling that is going to become a synonym like that. So when you see through microscope, it's very beautiful, very beautiful. Don't fear of identification of grasses. I like it. So you can also like it if you like it. So next, again the beautiful, and these two slides, this is given by or provided by our by Dr. S.R. Yadav of Kolhapur University. He said you use it. He gave all the presentation of the grasses to me and even to several people also for teaching about the importance of grasses and making interest in grass taxonomy. So if somebody among you interested, that is well and good. So then importance, grass is very important for every human being and even every life forms, because all the food materials are coming from grass family. So whatever you say, the maize, then the cholam, mani cholam, sorghum bicolor, then avena, oats, then hordeum vulgar, barley, Satyria italica, Thena, Panicum millesium, Chama, then Penicitum glaucum, the Cumber, Eleusine gorokana, Mutari, the Ragi. So, I was telling about the very important property of the grass. So, you see bare rock. This is near Kotagiri in Nilgiris. So, one area with grass only growing on the rock. So that is that particular property only make that area first invader, and it cover whole bare rocks and form a grassland there. So that is a very good property of the grasses. The similar adjacent area, so all rock is covered with the grasses and other species. So that when you study it, so I said this grassland can be a starting of a stream. So plants take up some of the water contained in the soil through the roots and make it evaporate up to the atmosphere and then fall back as a rain, and then the water cycle starts. Then this may be origin of a stream. Actually, we in our smaller classes, when I was studying in college, so we had the ecology class or the camp, nature camp in Cottanjeri. So where the organizers, they took us to trace the origin of a stream. So finally we reach the stream origin is like that, from a grassland. I visited Palani area, Kodaikanal. In a hillock, there I saw a small marshy land with a lot of water plants. So that is the origin of a small stream. And then finally it is actually moving to the Palani area and Kodayar dam. So not Kodayar, some other dam, and complete water supply to Palani town from that dam only. So but that dam gets water from Kodaikanal hills. So certain similar marshy lands which actually help to start the streams, and then the grassland may be an origin of a stream. Then usage of the grasses, the Symbopogon species, Symbopogon martini, which provide the rosa oil, very fragrant smelling oil, and this is the distillation of that. This is photograph from Achalpur in Maharashtra. They are a crude method of distillation. This is the distillation pot. They put this bundle of the grasses inside and put water, then boiling, and then that vapor comes down. And here, using the natural water course, it actually cool down and become the oil, essential oil. And they separate it out and sell it, very costly. And this is also product from grasses. This is called the grass name is Eulaliopsis bainata, sabai grass, mostly available in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. They use making the cordage or the rock. Similarly, this is the Eulaliopsis, and they make the support for any hot items or the heavy items. Then this rope is used for making the cart. So people are using the grass for making the cordage. Then usage of grass, they grow these grasses like vetiver as a small fence for the land area. Even make it the shed, the wall of the shed out of the grass by just tying the grass, and both sides apply the soil and the dung, and it's very cool in the summer time. I went inside. This is from Madhya Pradesh, and the grasses are stored for as a fodder. Then come to the another formation of a threatened type of forest, threatened forest type, that is mangroves. This is the mangroves in Talasheri in Kerala. This is Brugueria gymnorrhiza, then Cereus tagal, then Candelia, Agesiras. So similarly, so many species. The Rhizophora, then Agesiras corniculatus, the flower and fruits. Then Cuticundal, that is the Brugueria cylindrica, Brugueria gymnorrhiza and Brugueria saxangula. Candelia, Acanthus illicifolius, Avicennia officinalis, Lemnixera racemosa. So many species in mangroves. So my presentation is over? No. I don't know what is my time. Okay, time is there. So this is only a few very recently discovered species from Kerala, from Western Ghats region. So Eriocolon biappendiculatum, then Impatiens veerapadshi. This is by Manudev, Robi and Nambi from the Calicut University and then adjacent college. Then Impatiens Radish Narayanan, Suchanapal and Meera. Impatiens Maini, Radish, Suchanapal and Meera again. Memicelan Kurcharensis, Pradeep. Shivo, Ashwati and Pradeep. Ficus Anamaliana, Sudhakar and GVS Murthy. So getting a tree, very new species as a tree, it's very important. So when you see that, have you seen the one book published by Botanic Survey of India, that is the plant discoveries? Every year it is published. Have you seen anybody, botanic students or teachers? It is available online, full document can be downloaded. Every year it is published. You go to Botanical Survey of India website, it is available. Or search plant discoveries. All from 2015 onwards, it is available in the online for download. So utilize the service of that, and every year updating is happened. I have given the 20, 21st and 22nd years the addition of the species. 20 and 21, 2020 and 2021, highest number of addition is happened. So, and then we see the plant discoveries, new discoveries. Kerala and Northeast is the highest in number. Why? I don't know. Maybe more number of taxonomists is available in Kerala and more number of species not discovered is available from Northeast. Maybe. So every year that is happening. So you can have the trend. Even from Tamil Nadu also, we get little higher side number of new discoveries. Then, what is the use of biodiversity or plant diversity as a medicinal plant? Dashamulam, these are all the Dashamulam, Auroxylum, Stereospermum, then Tribulus terrestris, then Cheruvardina, that is the Solanum indicum, then Munja, that is Pramna integrifolia, then Chunda, that is Solanum xanthocarpum, earlier name, and now it is Suratans, then Auroxylum indicum, then this is the fruit, then Movila, Sudaratida viscida, then Agil mormilos, then Orilla, Desmodium gangeticum, then Kumbil, that is the Melena arborea. Then similarly the Shapushpam, that is again used as the medicinal. Different groups are there, Alpamara, then the Tricadu, so many groups. So that is used for treatment of all our ailments, and they are good for, if you know 18 or 20 species which can be used in your common ailments, so that is sufficient. For no need to go to doctors immediately. But for fever and other related problems, I don't go to the doctors because I myself make some medicine. And even for my own one problem of allergy, continuously sneezing, I prepare my own medicine, and 22 years I was managing my own problem, that is the allergy problem. So then all the cough related, means the respiratory related problems, I prepare my own medicine. Trikadu, that is the ginger, dried ginger, pepper, and then tipali. These are the three trikadus. Powder it, mix it honey, and take it. So that is sufficient for making our the respiratory system free of any problems. But if there is lot of problems like infection and all, don't keep remaining in your house, but consult with the doctor. So that is a very important aspect of the plant biodiversity. Then the tuber crops. There are several tuber crops, but we are not using it nowadays. In a year, how many tubers may be used? How many species of tuber you might have used in a year, last year? May not be any tuber, isn't it? Only wheat, rice, and sometimes oats, and sometimes barley. No, barley may not be. Ragi. Only that much. Tapioca may be using that only one. But there are several tuber crops. And this is one tuber. Actually, it's a Diospyros. Sorry, not Diospyros. Dioscorea species. He got the best prize for producing the best heavy, about 250, 275 kg. So he got the prize for producing the largest tuber. So similarly, several. This is only very examples, small examples. So many species are there. Then the diversity is available in such streams also. Smaller streams where the little water drops there. Most of the impatiens you can find it there. Most of the begonias, then Gesneriaceae members, you find that species there. Then what are the actions by the government for protection of or conservation of the plant diversity or animal diversity? So this is the protected area network in India. So this is the recently brought one, that is from the Wildlife Institute of India's website. You can also go to that because they have a NVIS center. In that you get all the information. Then this is the latest number of protected areas. 1022 protected areas are there, covering about 5.43% of the geographical area as a protected area. That is also not sufficient for protecting or conserving all our diversity, but efforts are going on for increasing. Every year the number of protected areas are increased. This is the latest statistics, having 106 national parks, 573 wildlife sanctuaries, 123 conservation reserves, then 220 community reserves, totally 1022 protected areas. Then there are biosphere reserves. 18 biosphere reserves are made by the government of India. These are there, and the Panna is I think is the latest one established during 2011. So first one is the Nilgiri, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka. Then these are the different this one, and Chanakmar Sanctuary. I shown some of the photograph from there. Actually, we prepared the proposal for this one, and then Pachmadi in when I was working in Jabalpur. Then I was talking about the sacred groves. So this is the documented numbers. Undocumented, there are so many, even in lakhs in number, but documents are not available. These are the present documents. Maybe now this is 2 years back data. maybe some of the information might have come up recently. And this is a sacred grove which very near to my home, that is Karakakavu. And this is a species, Consullaria kerlans, which is first reported from a sacred grove only. Later it is found out in different forest areas. Then some of the Alpinia species, then Hedychium, Calthea. So these are the Syngiberacea members. Mostly these are all from the border of Bhutan and India in North Bengal. And this I wanted to show. It's a very interesting species. Generally, where you find the flowers in a plant, either on the axillary bud or axillary branch or the terminal branch. But here you find the flowers on the midrib of the leaf. See. So this is a species I got it photographed from Bhutan, that is called Helvingia himalaicum. So I thought it's an interesting one to the botany teachers and botany students. Helvingia himalaicum. Then the rhododendron, different species. This is rhododendron arboreum, rhododendron Casey. This I didn't get the name. And in Bhutan, I saw a botanical garden with 130 odd species of rhododendron alone. All are trees and some shrubs. And again, some more interesting species. Generally, the Amaranthus, the fruit type is, what is the fruit type of Amaranthus? It is a utricle, like a small seed covered by a dry scales. So here, this species, Deringia amaranthoides, it's a member of Amaranthus only, but fruits are berries, small berries. Inside the berry, you find the seed. Then this is a garden plant in our area, in Kerala, Holmskolskidia sanguinea. Yeah, Kapansosset plant, which is a garden plant in our area, in garden. But this is available in wild in Bhutan and the North India, North Bengal. And this is a species of cycas, and the female cone all together form as a small ball, and again the growth continues from the center of that. So this is the species called the Cycas pectinata. I thought I will show the photograph, and the site, the habitat of this one is always the slopy hills. Getting the photograph itself is very difficult, reaching there. So this is the close-up of that the female cone. I thought it will be an interesting fun to the teachers and students of botany. So our team in Bhutan, the Wangchu River. So myself and Dr. Sudhir Kumar, now he is the Deputy Director and Deputy Director General of ICFRE. And he is Mr. Anish, who is aquatic biologist. Mr. Kamboj, he is an ecology person. One Vijay, now he reached the Ministry of Environment and Forest as a research officer. And they are the Bhutan government representative. They come along with us. So this is our team for that. And we are in different locations. This is in the Andhra Pradesh, the Chindapalli region, where the Naxalites were there. So we were having given a protection of commandos, each member having 2 commandos, and we were taken to that hillock through helicopters. So this is a type of vegetation. It was a risky time, so doing the environmental impact assessment. And thank you very much being with me for sharing my the research experience and plant experience, exploration experience from different part of the country and even Bhutan. So thank you very much. And I thank the organizer for giving me the chance. Thank you.
And this is the time for discussion. The participants, you can interact with the resource person and you can ask the questions regarding the session.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, myself Altaf, I am from Kashmir.
Oh, okay.
So-
I didn't visit Kashmir. I didn't get the chance.
So we are inviting you
Okay,
from
thank you.
Kashmir. Sir, basically I'm from the environmental background. I'm working on impact of climate change on honeybees and the pesticide residues which are impacting the honey ingredients. So my question is about the lichens which are acting as an environmental indicators.
Yeah.
So is there any methodology or any other procedures how we can measure the environmental pollutants by using lichens as an indicator of environment? Because lichens have been, many researchers have been working on this as an indicator of environmental pollution like carbon dioxide and other environmental pollutants.
You can use it as an indicator. Even in an area where the pollution is more, and then similarly an area where there is not much pollution. If they comparing the number of the species of lichens and within species the number of individuals present, that can be taken and use it as a study items. But I don't know. It's only my my guess only. I didn't work in this line.
So regarding my research, I want to ask some questions.
Yeah, okay.
Can you help me in that ways?
Yeah, if it is possible, I can. Yeah.
Sir, basically from one migration site to another, it depends upon the floral availability from spring to summer to autumn seasons. Sir, during migration of the colonies, sometimes there is an occasion in which one plant species is more dominant, in which the bee forages more. For example, in the spring period, there is the abundance of Re-accredited pseudoacacia plant. And there are other floral availabilities also. For example, apple is there, pyrus is there, pear is there. So, till now I have not got any conclusion that why the bees are more attracted towards the Re-accredited pseudoacacia species rather than the availability of the flora in their vicinity in the form of apple and other these plants. And the second part of the question is that regarding when we migrate the colony to the forest areas, there are many flowering plants, but among them is one species that is known as Plectranthus religiosus. It's one of the, in Kashmiri we call it sole. So again, the bee visits this plant for pollination and nectar collection for pollen collection and nectar collection by not visiting the other flora which is available within the vicinity of a bee. Especially I'm talking about two species. That is predominant species Apis mellifera. It is basically a tannin species,
Yeah.
honeybee. Okay, sir. This is my.
We can say the adaptation. Why it is moving to a particular species? We can say it may be an adaptation of availability of that particular species in profusion. Like in Nilgiris, my colleague Dr. Shashidharan and myself, so I was looking at the species identity of that species where the bees are visiting. So there also we found that Acacia meansi, that is more, means the bees are more attracted towards that because the profusion of Acacia meansi is very high in that location, and similarly Cestrum. So that is also, both are an invasive species. So the bees may be adapted that when they nectar and they pollen grains are available in luxuriant in one location with that particular species, why they have to move to the other for searching different locations? So that may be one reason. When we use by walk we are going, suddenly after sometimes we get a two-wheeler, so we prefer to take two-wheeler, not the walking. That is a habituation, we can say. That may be. Again I am saying it is only my own guess, but we have seen that in Nilgiris, because of the profusion of the availability of that particular species, the more number of individuals visiting that. But certain cases, certain species like the nomia, the individual bees, they are going to a specific species only. If the provision of species, the Acacia means is available also, they don't go to that. Their preference is something different, the wild species. So that may be a reason for that. Maybe. That's why I said maybe.
Sir, which species of honeybee you were observing?
No, that is not honeybee. I think nomia.
It's a bee species.
Individual, yeah. Individual means not a group one, colonial one, but individual one, and it makes a nest inside the soil.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. Altitudinal variation, biodiversity change. Sir, my question is, what is the impact of environmental pollution with regard to the, like, we have different biodiversity in savanna, in tropical rainforest. What is the impact of climatic condition change on the vegetation? Is it more in savanna or more in tropical forest, like extinction of species?
Definitely it will be more impact of the pollution in the tropical than the savannas. Definitely, because the tropical, tropical forest, the rainforest and all, they are very sensitive to the changes. So definitely that will be affecting more on the climate. So it's not the other, like grassland all, it may not be that much affected. So they adjust it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for chairing the session.
Dignitaries, teachers, students, good evening to all. I think this is the last session of first day of our international conference, MESKCON 2024. So the audience are very calm. I think everyone is very much interested to watch the session of our resource person, because of one thing that it is very interactive and it is very much related to our topics that most of the students are here in this venue is from botany department and some other teachers also there, but they are also very much interestingly engaged and interacted with our resource person. So I'm not talking too much because the time is too late for you, not for us. So on behalf of our MESKCON 2024 and Department of Botany, I would like to thank, sincere thanks to Dr. Kunnikanan sir. I know this is, we know that he is in a busy schedule and he spent too much time that the session is started from 3:15, but I think he is coming from Coimbatore. So he gave us much more time for us in his busy schedule. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being with us in this session. And next, I would like to thank our principal of the college and program coordinator, Dr. Mustafa sir, Department of Chemistry, and HOD Department of Botany, and the venue coordinator Prida ma'am, and some other teachers of other departments are here in this occasion. So very much thanks to all the faculties of this college and all the technical staff of the college. And I don't know, so many people are engaged with this international conference, and so very much thank to all the persons. I don't know how much of the faculties of this college are engaged for previous 3 days for this. Even even the late night also they are working here for technical and other arrangements. So very much thanks to that persons. And at last but not the least, the amazing audience of today. Most of them are from our students. So, and some of the persons are from outside, and a special thanks to the persons who come here and interact with the session, including some of them are from long distance, sir, from Kashmir, Mr. Arif Khan, Javed sir, and also Altaf Khan. Everyone is from Kashmir, and that much important. Our international conference is that much make more publicity all over the India, and also from so many people are here gathered in different sessions, that this is not only the venue for this kind of technical session. So many 5 technical sessions are parallelly engaging in our college now. I think this is a very proud moment as a program coordinator of the department. So thank you so much all the students, teachers and everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you.